10 seconds.
Bon voyeur.
Test vibration.
Thank you enough. That's right. Hey, are you
6,
really God?
5,
Go to black.
4,
Look
3.
for the new Bible action figure, Larry the Leper, parts sold separately.
The Vegan Cannibal Supply Company. Flesh-free foods for the conscientious cannibal.
Monkey's so fat.
I am not fat. The monitor in there adds like 12 pounds.
Hey, get a mirror wide load. Looks like you're smuggling pot roasts.
You guys.
Hello everybody, I'm the Loud House Critic, one guy with 1,000 views and all the episodes, so I must review. So, here we are. I hope you really guys enjoyed the Mother's Day episode. It was a real treat and I really so much enjoyed it. But somewhat, I feel like I half enjoyed this episode as I'm about to review. It's decent and average, but it's not really that good as I much expected it was gonna be. Because there was just, how do I say this, laziness to it. And with that being said, health kicked. The 34th episode of Season 2 of The Loud House, and above all, the 86th episode. You know, there's a bunch of things that the writers are not aware of when they actually develop the parents in the first and second season, and then suddenly, they kind of changed their minds about them in this one. Why do I say this? Let's start getting some exercise and just find out.
Now, the formalities of this and that is that crisscross ain't coming off whack. And for all y'all suckers that don't know, check it out.
Yes! We beat Punky Prawn. You want to go for Mad Cod? I can't. I need to get home to help my dads. They're training for the Royal Woods Ultra Extreme Ninja Competition.
Pathetic.
It's the ultimate athletic course, challenging the limits of both human endurance and spandex.
That sounds exciting.
Wow, I didn't know your dads were so into fitness. Well, they just started to be. They say they want to be around a long time to watch me grow up.
That is so true of Clyde. You know, as I stated before, and I'll say it again, Clyde's dads are really much supportive, even though they were crazily overprotecting him in Snow Way Down. But like I said, I'll actually save that one when I get to the episode when they actually first debut. Clyde has to leave with his dads, while Lincoln, yeah, you're never gonna guess this part.
God help us.
Hey guys, you want to go for a walk? It's a beautiful day out.
No thanks, sweetie. We are nice and comfy right here.
Survey says...
Well, I'm sorry I had to take a dump. If you didn't eat so much, you wouldn't have diarrhea all the time, fat ass. Hey, I don't need to take any lip from a frickin' girl.
Oh, shit! Oh, shit! Oh, shit! No!
Isn't this fucking fantastic? Two parents sitting on the couch like a bunch of slobs. But clearly to speak, if you own the DVD of The Loud House Volume 2 of Season 2 called Absolutely Madness, if you zoom in onto the left side of the newspaper, it'll actually say Savino trial takes a turn. You can probably already guess of what event actually happened during that year when this episode was made after what happened with Chris Savina. But keep in mind that he's not the only one who got fired in the Nickelodeon studio, but that's for another time. Third of all, that's quite disturbing about how Rita has her legs like that, half eagle spread. Totally appropriate to show on a kid's show. And by God, look how that stomach is. She looks like such a pig.
I'm right here.
I'm sorry. I meant no disrespect to you. Since when did the parents actually become a bunch of slobs? I mean, look at this living room. So there's absolutely a hole in the plot, but I'll save that criticism for later. Anybody care to take the dog for a walk?
Have a nice walk, Lincoln.
Seriously?
You can say that again, Sly Cooper. Later that night, Lincoln actually explains to his sister about what the hell's going on with their parents, as if they really cared so much for their mom and dad as much as the mom and dad actually care for them.
So as you can see from these images, Mom and Dad are seriously out of shape.
Oh, charming. I think I've seen Homer Simpson actually do that before. When he had a treadmill and he was working out in the basement, but he was absolutely watching this little mini television and he's eating donuts and potato chips while he's running on the treadmill.
Lisa?
I concur.
Okay, first of all, ain't nobody talking while I'm talking, so shut the fuck up.
I've run some tests and concluded that our parental units have the urine of 80-year-olds.
What the hell?
Oh. Why? 'Cause.
I wasted all my time on this shit. I want it back. It ruined my life.
Moving on to the results of my fecal study.
No! No, none of that! None of that.
Get that shit out of my face! Quite literally, so to speak.
What's a fecal study?
We need to have a talk.
If we want Mom and Dad to be around long enough to watch us grow up, we need to get them exercising.
Oh, yeah.
Let's do it. Okay, then. Operation Get Mom and Dad Out of the House and Into Shape is a go.
You could have made that operation much shorter, called Operation Get Mom and Dad into Shape.
Question.
Yes, Private Porkster.
What kind of shape? A triangle or more like a circle thingy?
Lenny, sometimes you embarrass me. We're looking at more of a triangle shape for Lynn Sr. and more of an hourglass for Rita, if you know what I mean.
Oh, it's sweet of you to be concerned, kids, but your father and I don't need exercise. We're in perfectly good shape. You ready, honey?
Give me a minute. That took a lot out of me.
Survey says...
Because I'm fat, fat, fat.
You have got to be shitting me. Even Homer Simpson can last 3 seconds depending on his socks like that.
Must never run again. And people say I'm slow. Wait a minute. That was an insult.
I'll go start the car. Oh, dang it.
Survey says...
Word to the Kraken.
You possibly can't bend your knees to actually bend over to get the key? Or has your ass really outgrown your own stomach? Even I could touch my own toes, and I could still do it from this day.
Here, I will prove it to you. Something ripped.
Oh, come on, you guys. Look at yourselves.
We would, son, but the mirror's all the way upstairs. Oh, okay. Now I see your point.
So the first thing they start to get the parents into shape, starting with Lynn Loud's way of exercising.
My favorite exercise is rock climbing. It's a great way to get in shape and a total head rush. Let's do this! Lean loud, lean loud, lean loud, lean loud, yeah! Come on, guys, engage your core!
Be like Spider-Man. It works for me every time I got a rock climb, and I never look down.
Alcohol is his power source. Takes a piss like a drunken horse. Climbs a wall, then he falls. This game sucks his spider balls. Oh no, he's playing the shitty games.
Nope, sorry, wrong theme.
Spider Pig does whatever.
Try it again! Look out! Here comes the Spider-Man!
Next attempt they actually get their parents in shape, Lana's thing of exercising, mud wrestling.
My favorite way to stay fit is mud wrestling.
Wait, what?
Hey now, mud wrestling. Eat that shit.
Hey, watch the saddle.
Takedown, 2 points. Your turn, Dad.
Pussy, 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 pussy.
I love that. It makes me laugh. I don't know why, but somewhere it just feels funny how a grown-adult mother actually gets taken down by her 6-year-old child. It's really sad how the big bad wolf gets his ass beaten by Red Riding Hood.
So, you really took a beating from a little girl.
Hey.
That was weak.
No comment.
So now we come to Lisa's attempt to get them in shape into exercising by doing some Tai Chi. A little Chinese lesson for you. I'm sorry.
You'll find the ancient art of Tai Chi a more approachable way to exercise. This posture is called calming the waters of the heart.
Wow, I'm really feeling it. Honey, are you feeling all this? Whoa, man, I am centered. I am one with the universe.
I am the one with the force. Quit trying to sound like James Earl Jones. You're not good at it.
I am so...
Did I mention that Tai Chi is both ancient and silent?
So shut the fuck up.
So now we come to Lenny's way of exercising, if you can even call it exercise, of what she's teaching them.
Remember to breathe. Keep your knees bent and really use those triceps.
Oh yeah, I'm feeling the burn.
Okay.
Survey says...
Whoa.
Whoa, what?
Towel. Other one.
God damn!
Read aloud, jumped on a cloud. All her kids were super proud. How many cheers did Rita get? 1, 2.
No one cares. No such luck. Dumb son of a bitch just wrote this fuck. So now we come to Luna's jamming time of exercising.
You ready to lunasize, dudes? Just follow me. 1, 2, 3, 4. Headbang! Windmill! Air splits! Great form, Dad. But next time, wait for me to say guitar smash.
So here comes to one of my best favorite parts of this episode with Lori teaching them how to jog and talk, as this reminds me a bit of a certain movie with one of the Wayne brothers in it.
So then Whitney was like, I don't think highlights are right for you. And I was like, ugh, I already bought the lemon juice. And so she goes,
I don't know how you can jog and talk so much, sweetie.
The ice cream truck!
Dad, no! I got this! Take down 2 points!
She got him! So anyway, we come back home to the Loud House, and the parents feeling so much proud of themselves. But we got at least 5 minutes left of this episode. What could be possibly worse than...
You kids were right about exercising. I feel fantastic.
Me too. In fact, I say we do this every morning. Race around the block, honey. Eat my dust.
You're on.
Well, guys, looks like our work here is done.
I wouldn't say that.
Wait, are we in trouble? Is somebody in this house? Who's in this house? I'll blow your balls off.
Come on, fight like a man!
Kids, we had such a great time exercising yesterday. We thought, why not do more?
You disrupted my beauty sleep to tell us that?
I'm going back to bed.
Enjoy.
No. All of us.
What?
It was so sweet of you kids to think about our health. We realized we should be thinking about yours too.
Loud's fallen!
Right after I finish my nap.
No, Templeton. There is not a second to spare.
God damn it.
You say something.
I was just on my way out.
Oh, heaven help me. This is not going to be good for my blood pressure when I'm done reviewing this. And so once the parents, or at least the dad, actually puts his kids to work...
Got no worry, got no care. Got no worry, got no care. I'm just a bald-headed son of a bitch without hair. I'm a bald-headed son of a bitch without hair.
This is bullshit, and it's really stupid. And everybody's going to agree with me when I say this. Why the hell would they make a baby actually work out and exercising with them? Especially lifting weights, doing push-ups and jumping jacks? How would she know how to do this shit anyway? I think the parents are gonna get so much angry letters about this, how they're treating their kids. And really, there's no point of Lily actually being in this episode anyway. I mean, what did she even provide anyway? You could have actually at least cut her out at this part when the parents actually started having their kids worked out, and Lily still actually could have been in bed. I really just don't see why they would even carry Lily around throughout this episode. I mean, she does interact with her sisters and even her brother Lincoln, but what does she have to offer to this episode? And speaking about that, her, Lucy, and Luann didn't do any exercise with their parents. But so much the kids are actually tired out and famished. And here comes one of the sickest kind of parts I've seen in this episode. And I thought they were sick in the head as well, too.
Don't forget to stay hydrated.
It's onion-infused water for better bladder function.
Oh, well, it tastes like B.O. I'll say.
You boneheads can't give them just regular water? But then again, drinking too much water can be bad for your health, but actually water can actually keep you so much hydrated. And here comes something even more sick, even to my own stomach.
You kids must be famished. It's grub time.
Pizza and fries! Burgers! Blood oranges.
No, I mean actual grubs.
Who are you people? What the hell is wrong with these parents? They're not Timon and Pumbaa. They're not even animals. You would have to be a complete idiot to serve this to your kids, or your family, hell, or even your friends.
They're rich in protein and low in carbohydrates, so eat up. You'll need your energy for tomorrow.
That's right. We've got a 6 a.m. lake swim, followed by hot yoga, followed by 200 squat thrust.
Fuck you! This is child abuse.
What did you say to me?
That's half bullshit, and I'll explain it another time when it comes to roughing it. Because honestly, there are some bugs you actually can eat, but there's a lot of bugs that you cannot consume if you're actually lost in the woods.
Hey, these are great with a little of this B.O. water.
You stupid nigger!
What is
Oh, goddamn. Let me help you. Don't touch me, will it?
This marks 7 straight days of agonizing musculoskeletal torture. Street name, exercise.
Oh, yes, there's a fine way to make my case with the network. Oh, I am not overweight, I tell you. And by the way, here's the bill from when my ass exploded.
This is all your fault. I'm talking to you, Lincoln. I just can't lift my arm to point.
You know, I may not be able to move my arms, but at least I can move my hands. And there's a certain finger I would give you, but obviously the censorships won't even allow it.
I'm telling Dad.
I'm not allowed, and I'm telling Dad because you're such a rude asshole. Grow up, kid.
Yeah, you got the rents on this health kick, bro. You need to get him off of it.
Wow, I never thought I'd hear a single character say the title of the episode they star in, which is just so rare. How many people can say the title of the movie that they're in?
Woohoo! Honey, check it out! I fit into my old leather pants! Oops. And by fit, I mean I still have a ways to go. But now I have a new goal.
A little status quote on the goal that you're actually going for. Don't ever wear leather pants unless you really are fitted in to wear leather pants. And I wouldn't even dare to see him in tights.
Mine will be to fit into that tankini I bought on our honeymoon.
Let me take
oh, Lord Almighty.
Back where
He's hot as shit.
Close off a bedroom, a red room.
Okay, that's our cue. Let's get out of here.
By the way, if any of you were to watch this episode again after the review, you might notice a few changes with Rita's hips throughout this episode. I'm not kidding you. Watch it all the way from the beginning until the episode ends and tell me you don't see a single change on her. But Lincoln and his sisters actually have a plan to get their mom to stop the child abuse exercise torture by tricking them into making them lose weight, which is really not so much of a good idea.
First, we gotta make Mom and Dad believe they've lost weight. So, Lisa, you'll ring the scale.
You may look like you lost weight, sweetheart, but your ass is still bigger than your own stomach.
And Lori and Lenny, you'll replace their clothes with larger sizes.
Oh my God! And these are my skinny jeans!
Ugh, the stuff they're getting away with on kids shows these days.
Survey says...
I wouldn't fucking touch a note on that subject of them turning their head away, because it looked like they've seen shit like this before. How did they get away with this on a show for a general audience? Because honestly, cartoons aren't just for kids, you know.
Next, we have to convince Mom and Dad they've gotten stronger. Lynn and Lana, you'll paint higher numbers on the weights.
They're really not that bright at being parents. Did none of them even see how those weights are actually painted onto? Must be blind as bats.
While Luann and Luna loosen all the jars in the kitchen.
Oh, hey. Guess I don't know my own strength.
That's not the only good strength you're good at. Being a wimpy, hypocritical chicken shiznit pussy.
I'm right here, asshole.
I'm sorry. No disrespect for you too.
Lastly, to make Mom and Dad think they're getting faster, Lucy, you'll turn the clocks back.
Woo! We ran 5 miles in 10 minutes.
Does this sense of logic not even hit them in the head? 5 miles in 10 minutes? How does that even sound to anybody out there? And you know, funny how I see shit like this, because I saw this in a Disney movie called 101 Dalmatians, where Pongo actually tricked Roger into doing it. And you know, personally, I actually did that twice before.
Kids, dinner!
And heaven help me if we have to eat bugs again. I'm gonna call the authorities about how they're actually feeding their kids.
No grubs and onion water?
Not tonight!
Well, this is a pleasant surprise.
Your father and I are celebrating the great progress we've made.
Yeah, check out these guns. Bang, bang!
Don't flatter yourself too much, Popeye. And you know, Rita being in that kind of outfit?
Oh my God, would you look at that? Oh, you need a napkin to eat them drumsticks, boy.
We've got another surprise for you. No exercise tomorrow. You can all sleep late.
Hallelujah! Holy shit!
Watch your mouth, you little smartass.
It's time to chow down.
Oh, real food. How I've missed you.
Sweet whatever God, Lou, and slow down your collywobbles that way. I know this is a cartoon, but is that really how kids should eat these days?
Easy, guys. I don't want anyone to lose a finger.
Next day in the Loud House, do I even need to really say what the hell's gonna happen next? There's always a price to pay for their mistakes. That's in case some of you haven't caught on already of what this show is really about.
I'm so glad the exercise nightmare is over.
Now we just have the tankini and leather pants nightmare.
Well, to me, one of those is a nightmare to me, but the other one, whoa, woof.
I gotta hand it to you, Lincoln. Your idea really worked.
That's why they call me the man with the plan.
Don't flatter yourself.
Speaking of being the man with a plan, their mom and dad actually leave a note in the refrigerator, which puts them in shock.
Dear kids, since we're now in such great shape, we decided to enter the Royal Woods Ultimate Extreme Ninja Competition. See you tonight with our trophies.
Man with the plan, indeed.
Once again, I give you something for that, Lisa, but then again, the censorship won't even allow it. But I'll tell you one thing, there's no way your parents are actually going to survive this competition. I can't even imagine what's actually going to happen to them.
Survey says...
Y'all know what y'all must do now.
We gotta stop them!
So they head to the actual ninja competition, and then again, look at the little arrow on the sign right there. There's a samurai competition they put there. Let me explain some criticism about that later, because there's a huge difference between those.
Hang on, Mom and Dad! We're coming!
Does anyone not see how the way the kids are actually moving as they swing from one platform to another? It looked like the 2D animation is actually flat. Watch this. It's like they're all stuck together. Like they're all just doing the same thing at one time, besides actually one of them doing it at a time. And once again, why the hell is Lily around here? Especially when they're up in the high place. That's not even good. And plus, this is the part where the kids owe the parents an apology.
Kids, what are you doing here?
We came to rescue you.
Yeah, this is all our fault. We tricked you into thinking you were in better shape than you really are.
That way you'd stop torturing us with exercise.
Yeah, you probably want to exercise your right to punish us. Get it? But, seriously, are you gonna punish us?
No, we're not gonna punish you.
But why did you try to trick us into exercising?
We just want you guys to be healthy, so you'll be around long enough to watch us grow up.
Aww. I hate to break up the moment, but
What, Lisa? What do you have to explain this time?
I don't think this bar can support...
I just hope the baby didn't die. 'Cause I'm in a lot of pain right now. I thought I never lived to see another day. So we come back to the Loud House, and everybody is actually doing their own exercise pasting.
Now this is my kind of exercise.
My kind of exercise is actually speed walking. So don't be too shocked when you see how I walk different from everybody else. Because I walk real fast.
Now what?
Come on, Louds, pick up the pace.
Honey, I thought we agreed to take it easier.
But the ice cream truck is getting away.
You guys go ahead. I'll just collapse right here.
So this was Health Kicked. Okay, as someone who lays in bed all day when I'm not working or going to school, this is a good lesson for kids to learn. It is important to work out and exercise to stay healthy. I didn't say I like being in bed all day. Hell no, I'd rather not be in bed so much all day. I much like being outside, riding the bike, entertaining people, and just having fun on my own. And the message is saying that they're doing this for the family as strong as many other families I know work out and do things for the reason. Exercising does increase everybody's lifespan and can help parents see their kids and grandkids grow up and kids outlive their parents, which is an ideal for everyone. And it kind of does make workout a little bit fun. But then an anonymous person from my email actually brought this message up to me. Dear Mr. Loud House Critic, when you review that Loud House episode, Health Kick, what can you say if I told you this? I used to work out when I was a kid, but when I hit high school, I stopped working out. The main reason why I stopped working out is that it became boring for me. As I got older, there was less games of dodgeball, baseball, and it was more lifting weights, running laps, and outwork videos. Well, let me put it to you this way, whoever you really are. When I was a kid, I didn't like to work out so much, but when I got into sports like baseball, soccer, and basketball, I wasn't into sports as much as I was either. But when I got older and hit 8th grade and started doing so much things in high school, I started getting into more gym classes. Dodgeball, baseball, soccer, even running laps was one of my favorite ones. Surely I wouldn't work out as much because somewhat I'm already in good shape. No flattery, it's just how my parents always keep telling me I don't need to work out, I'm already in good shape. That's because I ride my bike 11 miles from home to work and 11 miles back from work to home. So that's nearly 22 miles every day I ride my bike to get to work and back home. And yet during the time before I could even start biking once morning, I did have a bit of Tybo videos because I like doing the workout with Billy Blanks. But I can say this, as you get older and start being more independent and actually have a house of your own, let me tell you, you may have gotten away from your parents or any of your other siblings, but there's still work for you to do around your own house. There's so much cleaning you have to do. And let me tell you, that's not a hard thing to do, to clean your own bedroom, except you're cleaning your own house. And that can be a little bit of workout too, because honestly, working out and doing chores are two different things. Actually, take that back. They're actually basically the same. So really, workout can be such a fun thing to expand your lifespan. But anyway, back to the episode. So there's about 3 nitpicks I have to say about this episode. And basically, number one, it's the parents, how they were developed. Good God. I hated how they started off in this episode. You'd think they would be the more responsible parents that look out for their kids and settle their fights. But no, they just sit there on the couch eating potato chips and donuts and a big ass sandwich like a lazy Homer Simpson. And then suddenly, as soon as they started getting themselves in shape, they start almost child abusing their own kids to making them work out as well too. Even Lily, who's just a baby. That was harsh, and it almost made me feel sorry for the siblings. I just didn't really like how the way the parents were actually handled in this. As you guys would have remembered in The Loudest Yard and Sweet and Sour, they actually loved working out and exercising, and now suddenly the writers were just as lazy as they were to actually give them this low-life development. Come on, guys, you can do better than that. And speaking of better, let's go to Lynn Loud. You'd think that Lynn would be okay with this new lifestyle, but apparently she gets as sick of it as her other siblings. I could understand that she might get tired from the exercise. People have their limits, but kind of like Lana liking the grub, it's a change she's okay with, but she prefers her normal life over the change. I would have loved to see this actually be a Lynn Loud episode developed with her parents. If you guys remember in The Loudest Yard, she was actually helping Lincoln get prepared for football. This would have actually been an episode that should have been around Lynn Loud and her parents. She was getting them into shape, and suddenly they give Lynn a taste of her own medicine. This would have actually been something. And the last nitpick I have to say is that many people do not notice, and even if they don't watch too much anime, there's a slight difference between ninjas and samurais. You see, ninjas are agile, improvised fighters that use things like farming or guarding tools to fight and often disguise themselves as low-class workers, while samurais, on the other hand, are more slower and confidential due to their armor and fighting styles, using katana, sais, bow staffs as their primary weapons, and usually have a high social status. Sorry, I could not let this go. After high school, there were things I studied Japanese cultures after watching so many animes. So this episode was a basic episode trying to get across a message of being fit, and it did it without so much difficulties getting in the way. Well, sort of. It made kids think about working out and made adults reflect on our exercise lifestyle and what we were imposed on our families, if we have one. To me, it's not my favorite. It's decent and average, but I wouldn't watch it so many times. I only just watched it just to see if it was good or bad compared to some other episodes in the first season. So if you like to work out, then you're actually fine with this episode. If you just like to sit there and be lazy on the couch eating junk food, then you can just skip this episode. I'm the Loud House Critic, and oh no, not this episode. This is not gonna be good for my blood pressure of what I gotta deal with next week. The horror. Oh, the horror.
In the loud house, duck, dodge, push and shove. It's how we show our love. In the loud house, one boy and 10 girls wouldn't trade it for the world.